you will be able to identify the three types of muscle tissue with their distinguishing characteristics and able to describe their locations and functions after completing this video. Muscle tissue composed of cells that have special ability to shorten or contract in order to produce movement of the body parts. Muscle tissue categorized into three distinct types: skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. There is no other one, only skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscle. Each type of muscle tissue in the human body has a unique structure and a specific role. Muscle cells covered with connective tissues. When you look under microscope, you will recognize skeletal muscle very easily because of their long cylindrical fibers having striations and many peripherally located nuclei, or other words, multinucleated cells. It resembles a pile of logs with no branching to one another. Under the light microscope, muscle cells appear striated, with many nuclei squeezed along the membranes. The striation is due to the regular alternation of the contractile proteins such as actin and myosin, along with the structural proteins troponin and tropomyosin. Location of skeletal muscle, they are attached to the bones mostly, but some of the skeletal muscle attached to fascia and skin. Its contraction makes movement possible, allows facial expression, maintain posture, and other voluntary movements of the body will be possible with contraction of skeletal muscles. 40% of our body mass is made up of skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles generate heat as a byproduct of their contraction, thus participate in thermal homeostasis. Only voluntary and multinucleated type of muscle is skeletal muscle. What does voluntary mean? Voluntary mean you can control the contraction of this muscle through your conscious control, or your brain can order your skeletal muscle. That is the only muscle type we call voluntary. Under the microscope, if you see more than one nucleus or ask which one is voluntary, the answer is always the skeletal muscle. In summary, functions of the skeletal muscles are voluntary movement, producing heat, and protecting organs. Cardiac muscle forms the walls of the heart and function is pumping the blood. Cardiac muscle is under involuntary control. That means work without conscious control of the brain. The cells of cardiac muscle, known as cardiomyocytes, also appear striated under the microscope, but not as often like skeletal muscle. For that reason, it's called semi-striated. Unlike skeletal muscle fibers, cardiomyocytes are single, short cells, typically with a centrally located one nucleus. Cardiac muscle cells contract on their own intrinsic rhythms without any external stimulation requirement. A principal characteristic of cardiomyocytes is that cardiomyocytes attach to one another with specialized cell junctions called intercalated discs. Intercalated discs formed by both anchoring junctions and gap junctions, as shown with the black arrow on this picture. Branching cardiac muscle fibers with intercalated discs allow the cells to synchronize their action and act as one. In summary, cardiac muscle cells are short, branched, semi-striated with single central nucleus with a distinctive structure called intercalated discs. So intercalated discs found only in cardiac muscle. Histologic characteristic of smooth muscles are they are short, spindle-shaped myocytes with no striations and single nucleus in each fiber. In the middle of the myocytes, you can see this single nucleus. It found in the walls of the hollow organs. It forms a contractile component of the digestive, urinary, and reproductive systems, as well as the airways and arteries and veins. Each cell is spindle-shaped with a single nucleus and no visible striations. Functions of the smooth muscles are involuntary movement, again involuntary, and moves food, involuntary control of respiration, moves secretions, regulates flow of blood in vessels. Let's test can we apply what we learned through this video. You are seeing 3 different muscle tissue in this illustration, and with the 1, 2, and 3. Can you guess which one shown in the first illustration at top coded with number 1? You are seeing long cylindrical fibers, striations, and many peripherally located nuclei. If you said skeletal muscle, you are right. It is the only voluntary muscle type. Second illustration is showing short spindle-shaped cells with no striations and one centrally located nucleus. Can you guess the type? It is smooth muscle. Third illustration shown at the bottom is branched, striated with one nucleus in the center and have distinctive feature called intercalated disc. I hope you recognize the cardiac muscle. Notice cardiac and smooth muscles are involuntary. That means we can order our heart to beat faster, or we can order our guts to work slower because the muscles in them are involuntary. Smooth and cardiac muscles involuntary. However, we can order, if we wanted, to our skeletal muscles to move around. I hope you liked this video. If so, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions or comment, kindly leave one below. Have a good day.